Please like and subscribe. British reactions to American homes expose funny, factual transatlantic divides. United Kingdom building codes strictly forbid bathroom sockets due to higher voltage risks. Hence, some panic at bathroom plugs, while others note they are vital for hair tools. Some fear switchless plugs waste power. Weather differences shock too. 75 degrees is sweltering for Brits, which Americans call mildly pleasant. Some defend having electric kettles, and others envy American basements, craving a dedicated gaming version of their own.
Up is air conditioning. Now, air conditioning is standard in nearly every American home, which is not the case in the UK. Most homes in the UK do not have air conditioning. There may be some homes in America that don't have air conditioning, but this is definitely not common. It's mostly just the really old homes that don't have it. It's also very weird to British people to see air vents like these in the floor. So these are the vents that circulate the air conditioning and heat throughout the home, which would make sense why British people are not accustomed to seeing these if most homes in the UK do not have air conditioning. So the reason that most homes in the UK don't have air conditioning is because it simply doesn't get hot enough. So in America, it's very common for temperatures in the summertime to get up to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit or about 38 degrees Celsius or higher. So air conditioning is an absolute necessity here. Next is power outlets without switches. So from what I saw in my comment section, it absolutely blew the minds of British people that our power outlets do not have switches. So in the UK, power outlets, or plug sockets as they call them, are activated by switches, so they don't generate power unless you flip a switch and turn them on. In America, the power outlets are just always on. We do not flip a switch to activate them, so we just plug stuff in and they are ready to go. Next is window screens. So in the UK, they do not have screens on their windows. We simply cannot get away with that in America because of how many bugs we have. So if I were to open this screen on my window for about 10 seconds, my house would be absolutely swarmed with bugs, so I don't even dare. Although I do have to say that one of the things I love most about America is the scenery. So even though we're looking through a screen right now, look at this view out my window. It is absolutely stunning. And here comes a few horses to say hello. And by the way, my British friends, if you've been hearing that buzzing noise down there, that is the air conditioning. Now in my kitchen, you might notice that one very important item found in nearly every British home is missing. And that item is an electric kettle. Having an electric kettle in your home in America is extremely rare. Most homes do not have a kettle at all, and if they do have one, it's a traditional stovetop one. We Americans just don't drink as much tea as our British friends, and we don't have a tea time alarm that we have to follow, so most of us just don't need to have a kettle. Speaking of weird things in my kitchen, a garbage disposal in my sink. Garbage disposals in the sink do not exist in the UK, and they find it extremely weird that we just rinse food down the drain, chop it up, and call it a day. So to a British person, the blades and the horrible noise that these things make are like something straight out of a horror film. I mean, I get it, I really do. They're a little scary.
What is this propeller?
What? No, it's just a fan.
A fan?
Yeah.
That's so dangerous. What if it falls on top of you?
This is the most shocking thing in the house. What's this? There's one in the bathroom. You are asking to be electrocuted.
This is an American fridge, and it's as big as my arms, and I'm 165, so I'm guessing this fridge is 2 meters. It's insane.
Having an incinerator though, the gobbler, I can just scrape the plates after dinner into there, press the button, and it chomps it up.
What are you doing, AJ?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
No, seriously, like, what are you doing? I don't understand. What are those things?
Turn to my right, there's a plane in the driveway. If you go around there is a runway. A runway where planes take off and people just park their planes in their driveways.
But I'm pointing at the floor because in Germany it used to be very common to take your floors when you move apartments or into a new house. So it's totally normal if you decide to move to take these floors with you.
Every single house has a pantry. In England, we would just put all of this in our cupboards. Personally, I kind of like this.
The way these houses are made. Look at the way they're made, yeah.
Fucking like wooden boxes, aren't they? Like, if you sneezed on it, it'd fall over, wouldn't it?
Basement. I feel like every American house has a basement like this. They're nice, they're big, you can store it so much things, and I wish European houses had those too.
American living in England, and here's some things that are very different in British households compared to American ones. Okay, for outlets, obviously you plug whatever you're using in, but then you have to flick the switch down to turn it on so it will work.
There have been so many times I've plugged my charger in but not flicked the switch on so then my phone doesn't charge. Obviously, this is a shower with a shower door, but it only goes halfway. I gotta be totally honest, whoever designed this needs to go back to school because it's the dumbest thing ever. I don't understand why it doesn't go all the way across because it's actually kind of cold in there sometimes and the water gets all over the floor. This one is so cute to me, but in England, they don't have mailboxes. They have these little post things. I don't even know what they're called, but your mail comes through this. I'm in our bathroom, obviously, but one thing about bathrooms in England is there are no outlets to plug anything in. So if you want to dry your hair, curl your hair, whatever you want to do, you have to do that in your bedroom, which is so fucking annoying. In England, they don't believe in closets. You have to buy another piece of furniture, which is called a wardrobe. This right here is a wardrobe and it holds all of my clothes. Your girl just wants a walk-in closet. I'm still not over how small the refrigerator and freezers are, but one thing I really miss is having an ice machine. I'm sure you could obviously get a fridge with an ice machine, but most people don't have them. This is the best we can do with the ice, and honestly, they don't last long at all.
Hey, British people, come live in American houses. We have faucets where you can have hot and cold water at the same time. We also have this thing called central heating, where we don't rely on hot water moving around a metal radiator to warm up our homes. We also have basements with cute little dogs. Sorry, it's so messy. And in that basement are my favorite things. This huge washing machine, I could literally fit in it. And my most favorite, a dryer. It dries all my clothes. Also in the summer, we can crank our windows open like this and there's a screen so no bugs come in. That is pure luxury. And our light switches aren't on the outside of our rooms, no. They're on the inside. And again, one of my most favorite appliances, the freezer. It keeps things frozen for you, and on top of that, we always have an ice maker. Ice at your fingertips. Amazing. And look at the size of this fridge. Though. Why is everyone obsessed with Lurpak butter? There are a few things from American houses that Britain should adopt.
Okay, first up, light switches and power outlets inside the bathroom. So in the UK, it's very common for the light switches for the bathroom to be on the wall outside the bathroom. And most bathrooms in the UK do not have a power outlet inside the bathroom at all, except for maybe just a small one for an electric razor. Having a power outlet inside the bathroom is extremely weird to British people because they worry about the close proximity of the power outlet to the water. Which makes sense because, as we all know, electricity and water do not mix. Now, speaking of the bathroom, having just one faucet for both hot water and cold water is also weird to British people because in the UK, it's typical to have two separate taps, one for hot water and one for cold water. And I don't just mean two separate handles, I mean two separate taps. One that only dispenses hot water and one that only dispenses cold water. It's not typical to have just one faucet that mixes both the hot and cold water like we have in American households. Also, having a completely separate room for laundry. So in the UK, most people have their washing machine in the kitchen. It's also not super common to have a tumble dryer in the UK because most people in the UK line dry their clothes. And it's not very common to have a top-loading washing machine in the UK, which makes sense because you can't have a washing machine that loads from the top if it's underneath your kitchen counter. So my British friends, what do you think? Do these seem weird to you? And what other things do you find weird about American homes? Let me know.
5 things in my American apartment that would put a German into a coma. First up is a closet that's already built in. In Germany, you literally have to build the entire structure yourself, and this is already here, so it's perfect. This one right here is my favorite. It's central AC and it controls the entire house. It's so nice during the summer. You can just decide if you want it cooler or cozier. Next up is that the entire kitchen is already included. The stove is included, the dishwasher is included, and the fridge, because starting in 2026, the landlord has to provide a fridge in California as well. We also have a washer and dryer in the unit. Everything is already installed, everything is already in. In Germany, you have to buy both as well. So the last one, I don't know if you guys know what I'm pointing at, but I'm pointing at the floor because in Germany, it used to be very common to take your floors when you move apartments or into a new house. So it's totally normal if you decide to move to take these floors with you. So let me know, what was the most shocking for you guys?
Differences between American houses and UK houses. Number one, what don't you see? There's no letterbox. To get your mail every day, you have to go on a 5-mile hike directly to that thing over there, which is called a mailbox. Number two, no houses have gates on the front. Everything is just open. 3, radiators. Where does your heat come from? There's none anywhere. That is where all your heating and aircon comes from, through all the vents in the floor. Number 4, every fridge, freezer is oversized. Like, it's designed that you'll always be able to fit a massive fridge, freezer in your houses. This blows my mind. Every single bathroom, you have a socket near the sink. A socket near the sink. Like, yeah. Most American houses, of all the ones that I viewed, and my house, will always have a main bathroom that leads into the master bedroom. Next thing, so a bedroom in America can't be classed as a bedroom unless it has a closet inside. So in England, we just buy a wardrobe. It's rare that you'll get like a walk-in closet. Over here, it's completely normal to have a walk-in closet in every room. The spaces between houses, you're just so separated. Like, there's so much, you could literally in England build another 2 houses there and all be conjoined, but here in most places you'll find that everything's spread out and open between every house.
I'm a European living in an American house, and here are 3 things that are super normal in America, but I wish we had in Europe. First of all, an ice machine in every fridge. I wish it so bad that we had it, but we don't. Okay. Second of all, the basement. I feel like every American house has a basement like this. They're nice, they're big, you can store it so much things, and I wish European houses had those too. And the last thing that every American house has, in my opinion, is that all the rooms are connected. You can hang out there, you can hang out there, and you don't really have separate rooms with closing doors, etc., etc. Now, do you want to see a European living in America? Hit that follow button.
So we're staying at this Airbnb that has this fridge, and it's like, it's a typical water, an ice dispenser, right? I just want you to take a couple seconds to think about how this works. How would you do it?
Is it true you guys have different taps for hot and cold water? You're telling me that in America you only have 1 tap for hot and cold? Huh? What? This can't be a thing. This cannot be a thing. I thought everyone had 2 taps. You've got the colour red for the hot tap, you've got the colour blue for the cold tap. What? Got to be tricking me. You have to be tricking me.
Things in my American neighbourhood that British people just won't get. So starting off, none of the houses in my neighbourhood are connected. In the UK, the majority of houses are connected. And then this is our mailbox. We don't have a letterbox on the door like every house in the UK does. So literally anyone can steal your mail, but no one does that. Next up, we have the American flag on houses. And also you'll see a lot of furniture on patios, which you just would not see where I grew up anyway, just because people would steal it. And then we have like wreaths on the door and signs, which you just would not see in the UK. And then more furniture, which, people in the UK, they're thieves. Not saying Americans aren't thieves, but And then pretty much every single person has a huge car, like a truck or an SUV. And people will also leave the garage door open. Obviously they're going to be harmed, but they'll just leave it open. And most homeowners do hire a landscaper to come and do their grass. And this is the guy that does our grass. He comes once a week, because I just will not do it.
Things you will find in the UK, but you will never find in America. So in the UK, we do something and have something that every single British household will have. But in America, No one will have this. Not a single American household will have this. And that thing I'm talking about is this. Yeah, not the washing machine. I'm talking about where the washing machine goes. In the UK, everybody has their washing machine in the kitchen. You tell an American person this, they lose their mind. Apparently, in America, you guys have your washing machine not in the kitchen. But in the UK, everybody has their washing machine in the kitchen. And I mean everybody. Every single British citizen.
Things that are different in a UK household. And before any of you come for me, I said different, not bad. Different, because I'm from Canada, so these things I'm not used to. Number one, radiators. You will not see this in a Canadian household. Unless the house is super old and rickety, we don't really have those. But in the UK, these are in pretty much like every single room. Even the kitchen. All the sockets have like these switches on them. So you can like turn this off and turn this on. It's actually for safety, so pretty good idea. I find the light bulbs here, they literally like hang from the ceiling and then you can put like a lampshade on it. Whereas in Canada, we usually have like a light fixture on the ceiling or a fan. Another thing is that rooms don't necessarily have a closet, whereas most rooms in Canada, like if it's a bedroom, it's gonna have a closet. So you either have to do like something like this or have like an actual wardrobe. Oh, okay, for someone like me, I literally hate bugs, so this one, not my favorite thing. There's no screens on the windows. Like if you want to open this window, it's literally just like I could put my hand outside. There's no screen. So in the summertime, bugs are like, hey, what's up? I'm coming inside. So yeah, I kind of hate that. Whereas literally all the houses in Canada have screens on the windows. In the bathroom, there's no outlet. So if you need to blow dry your hair, you need to go to your room or the kitchen or somewhere else because there's no outlets in the bathroom. That one shook me when I first moved here. It's pretty normal not to have like cabinets underneath the sink. Okay, I can't lie, this next one is kind of an inconvenience. The hot and cold taps are separate. So if you want to like wash your face with warm water, you have to like constantly be like going between the two because this one will freeze your hand off and then this one will burn your hand off. So you have to like go between the two and then like splash your face constantly. Yeah, that one's kind of annoying. The toilet room is separate. Like guys, there's no toilet where the shower is. That literally shook me when I first moved here. It's kind of good though, especially if you have roommates, because one person can be showering and if someone needs to use the washroom, they don't need to wait for the person to get out of the shower. This one's a classic. The washer is in the kitchen and a lot of UK flats don't have a dryer. Whereas in Canada, we literally have like a separate room for laundry. Like we have the laundry room. Also, the UK calls it washing and we say laundry. I don't know. I think I like washing better. The washing. I'm getting the washing. The washing. And because there's no dryer, this is what you got to do. You gotta hang your laundry. Which I can't lie, at first I really hated it, but I'm kind of used to it now. Oh, another thing in the kitchen. The fridge is very small and the freezer is even smaller. So it kind of forces you to keep your grocery shopping like down to a minimum because even if you bought like a lot of stuff, you couldn't really fit it in your fridge. See guys, there's even like a radiator like in the kitchen. Anyway, those are the things that I find different in a UK household. I'll try and see if there's anything else that I think of. Even though there's some things that I'm not used to. I'm a London girl now, so I'm used to this stuff, innit?
Part two of things that are very different in British households compared to American ones. We're gonna start in my fridge, and I'm all for reducing plastic and saving the planet, but these 3 containers right here, all of them don't have plastic lids on top. They just have these like flimsy little things that don't shut all the way. This one I put foil on, but I just feel like my food goes bad so much quicker. I just don't know why you can like sell stuff without lids. It makes no sense to me. In England, they don't have window screens. You just open the window like that and there's no screen, which is fine if you don't have kids, but I have a toddler and in the summer when it does get hot, I get scared to open the windows upstairs because I'm freaked out that he's gonna like jump to his death. Here's our bathroom and here's the light switch. So most of the light switches are on the outside of the rooms. I didn't love that when I first moved here, but now it's really growing on me. I had no idea what a radiator was until I moved to England. They are in every single room in the house and that's what heats the home. To get heat, you have to turn the radiator on. So you just like put it on for 30 minutes and it heats up your home and then your home gets boiling hot. And then once it cools off, you turn your radiators back on. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very odd system. And then we obviously all know there's no air conditioning. This is my sink and there is no garbage disposal. Garbage disposals are just not very common here. I don't know why, because they are the most genius thing on the planet. Sometimes I just feel like England is set back in time.
Things in British houses that are weird to Americans. Many homes do not have built-in closets like in the USA, but if they do, they call them a cupboard. Ours is under the stairs. While our closets are actually furniture we added to the bedrooms. While these windows are lovely, they are single pane and let in the cold and damp. I know what you're thinking. Change them. But since this house is older than our country, it is a grade 2 listed building, which means I can't change anything without special permission. Letterboxes. This is where you'd get your Hogwarts letter. In America, we typically have mailboxes. Despite the clear lack of sun, many homes have solariums or enclosed porches to let in any possible ray of light, which can be few and far between. But when it does, it's glorious.
You could tell straight away what's an American house and a UK house. If you see this fan, if you see this ceiling fan in someone's house, just know they're American. They're from the States, dude. I don't know if I've ever seen this fan in an English house, in a UK household. In fact, I know there's some rich people in the UK that probably have this in their house just for aesthetics. If you see this in someone's house, they're in the UK. They're in Great Britain. But there's a reason for that, because it's always cold. Like, even look outside. Oh, you can't even see. There's a green screen on. The radiators, I have like 6 in this apartment. It's cold in the UK. Really and truly, without these in the winter, we're all finished. Icicles, penguins. I saw an American saying that everywhere in the UK looks the same, and now I believe it. I agree with them. This road here can be in Manchester, it could be in London, it could be in Birmingham, and so can this one. All the roads in the UK, 95% of the roads in the UK look the same. In the US though, I feel like everyone has detached houses. Even if you have a tiny house in the US, your house is still detached from the next person's. The bedroom. 80% of the girls that live in Essex have this exact room layout. The velour, the crushed diamond, I don't even know what you call it, the grey velour, the velvet. They all look like this. I've never watched a film, a reality TV show, I've never watched anything out of the US where they have this exact same bedroom layout. I've run out of time, but we have a lot more to talk about. Comment some more in the comments.
Okay, America, I'm back officially in the UK, and I am in my flat. I don't know what you call it in America, apartment, maybe? It's not quite... Yeah, we'll go with apartment. So I'm going to show you all the UK features that I have in my flat. Sorry, apartment. First of all, you see what these are? Yeah, they're lights in the roof. For some reason, and maybe you can help me on this, America, there's like a national shortage in roof lights. You kind of just have them like lamps or... I don't understand. Now, you can't live in a British house without having this feature. The trusted kettle. Oh... Now this next thing might blow your minds because you keep them separate. But right here, in this door, is my washing machine. Yep, that's in the kitchen. Oh yeah, tea bags. Do not forget tea bags. Now we've made it into the bathroom, and as you'll see, there is not one single outlet for a plug socket. Yeah, like 0. Also, one last thing. This is my room, excuse the bedding, it's being washed. There is not one piece of AC. You have to open the windows. It's been like crazy hot in the UK recently, and this is our AC. So
this is why I hate UK houses. So my sofa arrived, and as you can see, the middle part fit, but the remainder of the sofa did not fit my narrow hallway. Like, who invented this narrow hallway? And I tried so many sofas. This was like the 7th sofa. And at this point, I was like, I don't care. Take the windows out because I need a sofa, okay? I had returned so many sofas and I said, no more. We tried so many different ways. We removed the window. It still didn't work. So I made the executive decision to pull the whole frame out. I said, I don't care. I want a sofa, okay? So they pulled the whole window, like, guys, the whole thing off, which cost me so much money. And when they did that, the sofa, of course, finally fit. So once that was in, they closed the windows. They had to rebuild the window. Anyway, my dilemma is that I do not like the color of my sofa. That's it. I do not like the color. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I wanted a beige, like a creamy white. And this is like a gray. And it's just not what I ordered. Anyway, what do I do? Do I take the window out and pull it out, or do I just live with it, or do I just cover it with a blanket? It does look like it matches right now, but I'm changing the blinds to like a white and the lampshade to something else. So I feel like it won't go with the final design that I have in mind. What do you guys think? It does look really cozy, but it's not what I'm going for. Why are UK houses so small?